showtime.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I'm back to review another movie for you. The movie that I'm reviewing for you today is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. That's right, you guys. This is Marvel's newest installment in the MCU. So let's get into it. The movie clocks in at 2 hours and 12 minutes, is rated PG-13. The synopsis reads: Shang-Chi, the master of the unarmed weaponry based Kung Fu, is forced to confront his past after being drawn into the Ten Rings organization. And that is all I'm going to say because this is a spoiler free review. And that is all they wrote on IMDb. So let's talk about it. So the movie director is Destin Daniel Cretton. Now he's done movies like The Glass Castle, um Just Mercy. Now, of those, I'm familiar with Just Mercy, and that was an excellent film. That was pretty much underrated. And I implore you to check it out. I have a review if you want to see it right there. And the movie is starring Simu Liu, Aquafina, Tony Lau, and Michelle Yeoh. And that is all I'm going to say. It's many, many others in this movie, but it's mainly Asian. And so I keep messing those names up. So take that. Anyway, let's get into it. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I hope you join me back again. For all my returning subscribers, thank you. I love you guys so much. You know what we do here. I watch movies so you don't have to. I tell you good, bad, and a little bit of everything in between. And I let you know whether or not you should know or go see it in theaters in which it's playing today. All right. And also, too, I want to let you guys know that it's only going to be in movie theaters for 45 days. And then it'll be on video demand on BET Plus, Disney Plus, Disney Plus, I think for a fee after the 45 days. So you might want to look. I'm telling you guys, this movie is worthy of the big screen. When I tell you guys, okay, let's just get into the review. Let's get into the review. The good. Okay. So with the good, y'all, it is stunning. It is visually stunning to look at. I mean, just the whole thing all together as a whole. Even when we were, in New York City, or whenever we was on the earthly realm, or I don't know if we were in Earth or just whatever, then we traveled somewhere else. Because this movie is classified as an action, adventure, and fantasy. And I love that touch. That actually brought a little bit more to it. Because this is phase 4. Now it's not much of the same old same old. We are venturing into territory that we just, we're getting cosmic, we're getting, all of these things. So I am so y'all. I remember like when critics say it's just the same old retelling, but you see something special when you get to see something different and a different twist to it. We have an all Asian cast. Shout out to them for doing that. That was great. It's a little. I mean, it's not too late. It's not too late, but I'm just like, come on, let's make it a part of the norm of inclusion. Um, Also, to the stunts, the action, the hand-to-hand combat, the martial arts, the kung fu, the fight choreography. A plus, A plus, y'all. I just cannot stress that enough. This movie was fantastic. I love this movie. The score was great. It was standout. It did not feel like anything. I wonder if I gotta. I'm about to go see it again, but I'm trying to see whether or not he has a theme song. Like, does his character have a theme? So I'm gonna get in the comments and let you know if I caught a theme for his character, because usually each character has their own theme, and I can't. I'm not really clear on it, but the score would stand out. Um, I think the director did a great job. All of the actors did really, really good. This is what I wanted Mortal Kombat to be. This movie did what Mortal Kombat tried to do. Like this movie executed what I wanted from Mortal Kombat. Okay? So I'm gonna leave that there. Let's go to the characters did great. I think since this is a totally new world building with new lore, I think that was done phenomenally. The movie was a little long, and that's a pacing issue I'll get into in the cons, but I appreciated it because this is the first time that we've seen this character, this cast. This is the first time we're being introduced. This is an origin story, so we have to get the character arcs. We have to understand who these people are, what motivates them, what inspires them, that all of that. So then also too, I always say with comic book movies and a lot of different movies, your movie is only as good as your villain. And this villain, they did a really good job, because Marvel villains is they be like, okay, okay. They have some good ones and then they have some not so good ones. So I enjoyed it for that. The villains was very clear. We had a very clear, concise. I think they spent a lot of time developing him, and how that all played out into our main character, which is Simi Lu, who is Shang-Chi. Um, his character and his character art. And I thought it was done beautifully. I thought it was done beautifully. I don't even think you could do it any better. I don't know, but I thought it was great. So, the plot points was great. The fighting was great. Y'all, when I talk about that fighting, no shaky cam. The camera was up, and I was like, is he doing his own stunts? Do he have a stunt choreography? Like, wait a minute, what am I seeing here? Like, I mean, everything was clear. Y'all, and it felt like each action sequence topped the next and topped the next and topped the next until you get your climax in the third act. And that is really, really, really that sweet spot, being able to control your narrative that way, and then to give the biggest impact that you could. And I think the movie was really, really fresh in what it told and what it explained. However, when we get to the third act, that's when it gets a little familiar. It gets into your comic book tropes. And that's okay, because guess what? This is a comic book movie. So I don't expect anything different, but I love that they are taking a huge swing with developing phase 4 in the way that they're doing it, because they knocking it out the park, y'all. I'm telling you. Black Widow was kind of a miss because it just came out at the wrong time. But you guys, Marvel is getting on. They at the top of their game. They at the top of all of their game. Okay, so I know. Oh yeah, no, I like the comedy. There was comedy. You have your regular MCU comedy, and I don't think it was overdone. The thing is that because we don't have a real, like, a big ensemble character, Aquafina was really there to hit those comedic beats. And so because it wasn't so much banter going back and forth and stuff, it was just the comedy rests solely on her shoulders, and she did what she needed to do. And so what else? The movie was not convoluted. It was a lot going on, but it was just very much in development. It was not convoluted. It was like just right. It was just in that sweet spot. I really, really dug it. So good. Okay, so know I praised and praised and praised this movie to the high heavens, y'all. I said I was about to be gushing over this movie. This movie was fantastic. There are some cons. So getting into some of my cons, the movie is 2 hours and 12 minutes. While I didn't personally feel it, but I did feel in the second act there was a dip in the pacing. But it was all to serve the story. So it wasn't a slow burn, it wasn't nothing like that. It was just act act one was just so bombastic, once two came down and we had to start trying to calm it down and tell some story, then you could see all of that. Also too, there was a couple of tonal issues because like we said, we're going from action adventure to fantasy. I think they did a really good job because they planted the seeds in act one, they planted the seeds in act two, and act three was just full on like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? So we actually got to see the payoff of all the planted seeds. And so while I didn't have problems with that, I think people will kind of have like the shift in tone how when we jump into the fantasy realm of the movie. The pacing, I already said. Also too, I want to bring special attention to inclusion. You know how I feel about women. You know how I feel. I am a womanist at heart, and that's just what it is. And what I kind of appreciated about this movie is that they developed the women, but they still was in the background. And I really wish that they could have done more to keep the women to the forefront, not just arm pieces, not just tag alongs, not just this side character. I really wish that they were able to just push them both. Just push them both. Like there's no reason to in 2021 to have women, in the back. And I think that's culturally because, with the Asian culture, they're in under patriarchy too. And so I think that's kind of natural. And I think it might just be a natural thing for them, and they didn't want to disrespect the culture or make it uneven, and they didn't know. They did address it. I love that they did address it, and I guess that's all we can ask for, right? Okay. So yes. So before I give you my overall thoughts on Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, why don't you take a moment and follow me on social media? It's right there. So my overall thoughts of Shang-Chi, the Legend of the Ten Rings, I love that it was fresh, it was new, it was very well executed, thought out, and it was just so good. Like I'm just shy of giving this thing 5 out of 5 stars. I give it 4.25 stars out of 5. This movie was fantastic. I'm getting ready to take Kevin. We're about to go have a good time. And I'll get back in the comments and let you know this movie review is spoiler free. So you make sure you watch it before. You go see it. And come back and let me know what you thought about it. Okay? All right. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. As always, my name is Nita, your favorite diva. And make sure you come back. All right? Bye.